Hello all, I am the Alolan Phantom, and for today's video we're going to be having a live battle from the 2017 format. On one side, we've got the Alolan Ninetales GX deck, as used by the Senior Division Champion, Zachary Bokhari, going up against the Decidueye Golisopod deck, as used by Kabu Fukase, the semi-finalist of the Junior Division of that year. Now we'll see which of these two decks can take the victory today. But before we begin, please remember to like, comment, and subscribe to this channel, and to my Twitter account, at Alolan_Phantom, so you don't miss out on any new Pokemon TCG content. And now with that out of the way, let's get into the battle. And here we go, the battle has started, with both players flipping over their starting Pokemon. On the Ninetales side, we've got Vulpix as the active Pokemon, and on the Decidueye side, we've got Tapu Koko as the active Pokemon. The Ninetales side is going first, playing Tapu Lele GX, and activating its ability Wonder Tag to search the deck for any supporter to add to their hand. And the one chosen is going to be Bridget, which is immediately played, to then search the deck for any 3 basic Pokemon to add to their bench. And the ones chosen are going to be Remoraid, another Vulpix, and a third Vulpix. Okay, so we've got 3 Vulpix on the Ninetales side of the field, getting all the Pokemon ready to start evolving on the following turn. Let's see if there's going to be any energies coming down this turn as well. Yeah, there's going to be a Water Energy coming down to one of the bench Vulpix. And there's the pass of the turn. Okay, over to the Decidueye side. Let's see what they can do for their first turn. A Rowlet comes down to the bench. And a Wimpod. Okay, so 2 Pokemon coming down to the bench. And a double colorless energy is equipped to the active Tapu Koko. And supporter for the turn is going to be N. And now both players have to shuffle away their hand and draw 6 cards apiece. Okay, there's the cards being drawn. Let's see what else the Decidueye side can play for this turn. Another Wimpod is played to the bench, and another Rowlet. Okay, so 4 bench Pokemon on the Decidueye side, and there's the attack, Flying Flip, hitting every opposing Pokemon for 20 damage apiece. Okay, there's all the damage coming down. So for 20 damage apiece across 5 Pokemon, that's 100 damage dealt for only 2 energy. It's a pretty good attack, Flying Flip. Okay, turn passes over to the Ninetales side. A second Water Energy is equipped to the benched Vulpix, and there's the supporter, another N. And now once again, both players have to shuffle away their hand and also draw 6 cards again. There's the cards coming back down. 1 card drawn for every remaining prize card. The benched Vulpix with the energy evolves into Ninetales, and a Floatstone is equipped to the benched Remoraid. And there's the attack, Beacon. It's a free attack, letting the player search the deck for any 2 Pokemon to add to their hand. And the ones chosen are going to be Ninetales and Octillery. So we're going to be seeing a couple of more evolutions coming down on the following turn. Okay, and with that, the turn passes over to the Decidueye side. Let's see what they can do this turn. One of the Rowlet evolves into Dartrix. Dartrix gets a double colorless energy, and the Stadium Force of Giant Plants is played. Okay, with the Force of Giant Plants, Dartrix can evolve immediately into Decidueye, which activates his ability Feather Arrow to deal 20 damage to the opposing Vulpix. And there's the attack, Flying Flip. Once again, hitting everything on the opponent's side for 20 damage apiece. So that's going to be enough damage to knock out the active Vulpix. And that's going to be the first prize taken for the Decidueye side. The Remoraid comes up active for the Alolan Ninetales side, and let's see what they can do for this turn. Remoraid evolves into Octillery. Okay, and the benched Vulpix evolves into Ninetales, so now we've got 2 Ninetales in play. The next card is going to be Supporter Guzma, swapping out both active Pokemon. So on the Decidueye side, Wimpod comes up active, and on the Ninetales side, Ninetales comes up active. So we might be seeing a knockout take place this turn, if they have the necessary energy. Before the attack comes through, Octillery activates his ability Abyssal Hand to draw a card, and a Water Energy comes down to the Ninetales, and there's the attack declared, Blizzard Edge, hitting for 160 damage, but also discarding 2 Water Energy. And now Ninetales has also taken a prize, so now they're tied at 5 prizes apiece remaining. On the Decidueye side, the Wimpod evolves into Golisopod, and Decidueye activates his ability once again, Feather Arrow, hitting the opponent's Octillery for 20 damage. And there's the next attack, another Flying Flip. Tapu Koko putting a lot of work into the early stages of the game, spreading a ton of damage across the Alolan Ninetales side. And Octillery is actually pretty close to being knocked out. It's down to just 10 HP. Okay, let's see what Ninetales can do this turn. Another water energy is equipped to the active Ninetales. And an Aqua Patch is played. Aqua Patch lets the player get one of the discarded water energies, equip it to their bench Ninetales. And the support is going to be Professor Sycamore, letting the player discard their entire hand to draw 7 brand new cards. There's the cards being drawn. Let's see what else is going to come down this turn. The next stadium is going to be Rough Seas, replacing the opponent's Forest of Giant Plants, and Rough Seas activates, healing 30 damage from every water Pokemon on their side of the field, so both Ninetales get healed a little bit, and the Octillery as well. So now Octillery is a little farther away from being knocked out. And there's the attack. The attack is going to be Ice Blade, hitting the Tapu Koko for 50 damage. On the Decidueye side, Espeon EX comes down onto the bench. And, oh, it looks like they're going to be using the opponent's Rough Seas, as it also works for Lightning-type Pokemon, healing 30 damage from Tapu Koko. And now they're going to be playing their own Professor Sycamore to discard their hand and draw 7 brand new cards. Any more evolutions coming down this turn? Not yet, but the Decidueye activates Feather Arrow, hitting Octillery for 20 damage. And now another Forest of Giant Plants comes down to replace the opponent's Rough Seas. Okay, there's the attack. Flying Flip, once again hitting everything for 20 damage, and that is going to be another knockout, as Octillery is going to be KO'd this turn. Okay, that's another prize taken by the Decidueye side. Due to a combination of Decidueye's ability and Tapu Koko's attack to spread damage. Okay, let's see what Ninetales can do this turn. Any cards coming down? Yeah, okay, there's going to be a Versus Seeker to search the discard pile for any supporter to add to their hand. And one chosen is going to be N. Now both players have to shuffle away their hand. And the Decidueye side is going to be drawing 4 cards, while the Ninetales side gets to draw 5 cards. There's the cards coming down. Any more Pokemon coming down for the Ninetales side? No Pokemon yet, but a double colorless energy is equipped to the Ninetales in the active spot. And there's the attack. Blizzard Edge, discarding the double colorless energy and taking a KO against Tapu Koko. And that's another prize taken by Ninetales. Now both sides are tied at 4 prizes. Decidueye comes up active, and a Grass Energy is equipped to the bench Golisopod. Okay, here we go. A Float Zone is equipped to the active Decidueye, giving it a free retreat cost. And a Choice Band is equipped to Golisopod. Decidueye activates its ability to deal 20 damage to the active Ninetales. And there's another N. Okay, a lot of N's coming down from both players. Now both of them are shuffling their hand, and now they get to draw 4 cards apiece. As the game goes on, each player gets to draw fewer and fewer cards every time N is played, as they only get to draw 1 card for every prize card remaining. Okay, so Decidueye is retreating to promote Golisopod, and Golisopod is going to be able to take the knockout with its attack First Impression, hitting for 150 damage. First Impression is a really good attack. It only requires 1 Grass Energy. Normally deals only 30 damage, but it's increased to 120 damage if it's moved from the bench up to the active spot on the same turn it attacks. And the Choice Band gives it an extra 30 attack power. Okay, on the Ninetales side, another Ninetales comes up active, and another Rough Seas is played to heal a little damage off the Ninetales. And there's another N played, okay. And now it looks like the Decidueye side is only going to be drawing 2 cards, while the Ninetales side gets to draw 4. Oh, 2 cards for the Decidueye side. Hopefully they draw something good on the following turn. Okay, Ninetales benches a Remoraid and equips a Choice Band to Ninetales. And there's the attack. Ice Blade hitting Golisopod for 80 damage. Let's see what Golisopod can do. Playing Ultra Ball to discard 2 cards from the hand. And it looks like that's all 3 cards from their hand played already, so they've got no cards in their hand. And a Wimpod is played. Okay, wow. A Wimpod, I thought it was going to be something to draw more cards from the deck, as they've got 0 cards in hand this turn. But let's see what they can do to pull something off this turn. Decidueye hits Ninetales for 20 damage, and Golisopod hits for 60 damage. As First Impression doesn't get his full damage output this turn, as Golisopod was not moved from the bench to the active spot this turn. Okay, on the Ninetales side, another Professor Sycamore is played to draw 7 brand new cards. Let's see what they can do for this turn. Field Blower is played to discard the opponent's Floatstone and Choice Band from Golisopod and Decidueye. Any energy coming down? Oh, no energy, but the GX attack does come through as a powerful attack. Ice Path GX, moving all the damage from Ninetales onto Golisopod. Oh, and it looks like for Golisopod, they had no cards in hand, but they drew into the best card they could possibly get, Professor Sycamore, to draw 7 brand new cards to replenish their hand. Looks like the player was so happy they gave the camera 2 thumbs up. A double colorless energy is equipped to the active Golisopod. And Decidueye activates Feather Arrow once again, hitting the opponent's bench Tapu Lele this time for 20 damage. Tapu Lele is down to 70 damage remaining, and now Golisopod attacks with its own GX attack. Crosscut GX hitting Alolan Ninetales for 150 damage, and then Golisopod can switch out of the active spot to promote Decidueye. So it looks like the player is trying to protect their Golisopod, as it's only down to 30 HP remaining. Okay, Alolan Ninetales activates Rough Seas to heal 30 damage off itself, and then Versus Seeker is played to search the discard pile for a supporter to add to their hand. Oh, and the one chosen is going to be Pokemon Center Lady to heal an additional 60 damage off Ninetales, so that's 90 damage healed this turn. And there's the attack, Ice Blade, which is able to hit any of the opponent's Pokemon, so they chose to hit the Golisopod for 50 damage to take the KO and take 2 more prizes. Okay, let's see what the Decidueye side can do this turn. A Revitalizer is played to get 2 discarded grass Pokemon back into the hand, and the one chosen is going to be a Wimpod and Golisopod. Golisopod is played to the bench, and so is the Wimpod. Okay, so both Pokemon coming down. The next card is going to be another Ultra Ball to discard 2 cards from the hand to search the deck for any one Pokemon to add to their hand. What's it going to be this turn? Okay, it's going to be a Dartrix to evolve their bench Rowlet. For now, it doesn't look like anything on the Decidueye side can attack. So hopefully they have the energy. A Field Blower is played to discard the... what's it called? The Choice Band and the Rough Seas from the Ninetales side, and Versus Seeker is played to search the discard pile for any supporter, and the one chosen is going to be Professor Sycamore. And there's Professor Sycamore played to discard the entire hand to draw 7 brand new cards. They really need to draw into a grass energy to be able to attack this turn. Okay, a Forest of Giant Plants is played, letting the benched Wimpod evolve into Golisopod right away. And Decidueye activates his ability to hit the Tapu Lele once again for another 20 damage. Okay, there is a grass energy, but it comes down to the Espeon. Okay. A Floatstone is equipped to the Decidueye, giving it a free retreat cost. And Espeon comes into the active spot. Okay, it looks like that's going to be the next attacker. And there's the attack, Miraculous Shine, de-evolving the Ninetales back into its Vulpix form. And because it's already got 60 damage on it, Vulpix is immediately knocked out. And on the Decidueye side, it gets another prize. They're down to just 1 more prize. They just got to take 1 more knockout to win the game. And the Ninetales side doesn't have any attackers. They have to promote their Tapu Lele, but it's down to just 50 HP remaining. Things are not looking good for the Ninetales side. And it looks like the Decidueye side is reading over what the Tapu Lele can do. Okay, there's the double colorless energy equipped to Tapu Lele. It does have the attack called Energy Drive, hitting for 20 damage times every energy card attached to both active Pokemon. So with the double colorless energy on Tapu Lele and a grass energy on Espeon, that is 60 damage total, plus the Choice Band gives it another 30, hitting for a total of 90 damage. Another Pokemon Center Lady was played, healing 60 damage off Tapu Lele, and an Ultra Ball is played to search the deck for any Pokemon. So it looks like the Ninetales side is not going down without a fight. Another Vulpix is played to the bench, hoping to evolve it into Ninetales in the following turn. That's if they get a following turn. Let's see what this Tapu Lele can do. there's the attack. Energy Drive hitting Espeon for 90 damage, and actually if they can take a knockout on this Espeon in the following turn, Ninetales can win the game. Oh, but no, it looks like the Decidueye side got the energy they needed, so Golisopod comes up into the active spot to use its first impression attack, dealing 120 damage to take the KO against Tapu Lele to take the final prize, and there's a handshake. Decidueye is your winner. So what did you guys think of that battle? Let me know down in the comments below, and be sure to leave a like, subscribe, and share this video to help this channel grow and reach new viewers. Thanks a lot for watching, and until next time, this is the Alolan Phantom logging out.